survived the night. That's the most important thing. I brought you to one of the snowiest places in America for one heck of an adventure. Welcome everyone to Crater Lake National Park here in Oregon. Spring may be arriving in the rest of the country, but in this national park it is very much still winter. So I am here to do a fun adventure, something you can only do in the winter months, and that's backpack up to the rim of Crater Lake and spend the night. To get up to the rim of Crater Lake, I am taking the Raven Trail. This is a cross-country skiing and snowshoeing trail, so I've got my snowshoes on, and I've also brought a friend. You may remember Daylin from my adventures in Alaska a couple of summers ago. We went along the Inside Passage on an uncruise, and then we hiked to a glacier in the Alaskan backcountry. So we're both down for some pretty wild adventures, and this should be a lot of fun. It's an absolutely beautiful day. She brought the nice weather for me. If you checked out the last video, I was cruising along the Oregon coast and the weather was less than great. So to have the blue skies out here is just amazing. Well, I cannot get over how beautiful the day is. It's just gorgeous being here among all of the snow-covered trees. Could not have asked for more picture-perfect weather. It's a short way up to the rim of the crater, but then we're gonna walk a ways until we find the perfect spot to camp. As you may have noticed, I have a very large backpack today because it's winter camping. I have a few more things than normal, and this is definitely heavy, heavier than normal. Before you guys ask me how much this weighs, I have no idea. But I will say that I am pretty comfortable today because one thing that I've upgraded is the straps on this backpack, which have an extra inch of plush cushioning, and it has really made a huge difference. But we're not gonna be wearing these for that long today, and I'm pretty happy about it. Well, I am definitely working up a sweat. We are heading uphill now, and with this heavy back and the snow. This is no easy short trail. It did say it was expert level at the bottom, and so far it is definitely making me work. Sometimes the only reaction to have is just saying, wow, because this is just absolutely gorgeous. It's not very often that you have blue skies like this in the winter months. To be able to see down onto the lake is just spectacular, and sometimes once in a lifetime. I've never been to this national park. This is my first time ever. Coming to experience it in the winter is definitely not something most people can say that they've done, especially getting to experience the view down into this lake on a day like today. Now, Crater Lake is the deepest lake in all of America, but it also has some of the clearest water in the world. Because this lake is so deep and the water is so pure, it makes for some of the most spectacular imagery, especially on a day like today. This is an area called Rim Village, and behind you might notice that there is a big building right here. This is the lodge up here on the rim of Crater Lake. Alice from the future here to tell you about today's video sponsor, Level 8. As someone that travels often, good luggage is a necessity, which is why I've been loving this matching set from Level 8 called the Voyager's set. One of the things I love about this checked bag is that it's bigger on this side than it is on this side, which is pretty awesome for trips like this where I need to bring my backpacking bag. Let me show you. I mean, check this out. Can you believe that this entire backpack fits right in here? That's not all. The other side of this bag still has ample room for all of my clothes and accessories. And I really love the inside zippered pockets on this bag as well, which is also in the carry-on version that has a waterproof pouch for any wet items you may have or dirty items, and also a nice zippered accessory pouch as well. They have a ton of different designs, but one thing all of them share is these fantastic 360-degree spinning wheels that are so silent this suitcase practically glides across the floor. The outside of the suitcase is actually a really lightweight but rugged material, which means it's not adding to the weight of my bag. I have never been over the weight capacity when I've traveled, even when this thing is fully loaded. And it's also scratch resistant, which for someone like me is really important. So before you head out on your next trip, head on over to Level 8 to grab your brand new travel companions. They come in an array of colors and sizes, and you can use my code AliceFord for 10% off by clicking the link in the description below.
Well, we said a very quick hello and goodbye to the visitor center, and now we are on what's called the West Rim Trail. Now, in the summertime, there's a road that goes along this area, but it's completely covered in snow in the winter. And from this point forward, we can continue around the rim for as long as we want. We can basically camp anywhere as long as we're about 100 feet from the rim itself. And if you were really, really feeling like you wanted a multi-day winter adventure, you can actually go around this entire rim. It takes 3 to 4 days, depending on whether or not you're on skis or snowshoes. And they say only about 200 people per year actually do this.
All right, it's just shy of 6 p.m. and we have found a fabulous location about 100 feet off the rim, which is the requirement to be able to camp up here in the winter. We are going to make a little bit of a snow blind and flatten out an area for our tent. And we've got about an hour and a half before the sun is totally down. So we've got some work to do to get ready for the evening. So we're really fortunate obviously right now because the weather is awesome. It can be really windy, really foggy up here. So where we're going to put our tent, we are building this little snow blind. Now, normally you'd want to build this into a hillside, but we want the view. So we are building it right here in this area that's pretty flat. We're going to make a little wall here so that we have a little protection if the wind does pick up overnight, and it'll make our tent a little bit warmer and more insulated too. They sure do. And one of the techniques I like to use is basically making big squares in the snow, like a cube. And then you get these nice bricks, snow bricks for your wall. It's great. Who knows, we might have a full-scale igloo by the time we're done. As the temperature goes down here, we are just getting our camp ready. The tent is up, Dalen's in there getting our sleeping bags ready. I'm busy getting some water and snow melted so that we can make dinner. And the sun is on its journey to sleepland as well. Just a beautiful sunset starting over the crater here. A fantastic night to be out here. This is such a unique experience, sleeping on the rim of a volcano. Now, Crater Lake is no longer active, but it is not extinct. It is in the dormant phase, and it could come back to life at any time. nothing like hot soup on a cold night.
All right, we are in our tent. It's cold.
Did we mention it's a summer tent?
I mean, I was like, a tent is a tent.
No, it's not.
Shh. You just need some hand warmers, then you'll be fine.
Wool gloves and a ski parka.
Anyways, it is, it's not snowing out. What kind of is snowing? We're not sure, but we are hearing things fall in the tent. So we'll see how it goes.
Tomorrow brings.
Yes, we'll see what tomorrow brings. We are getting cozy. Hopefully we will be nice and warm in our winter tent.
It's a summer tent.
But we're using it in winter, so it is now a winter tent.
It's a summer tent.
All right, you guys. And with that, we're off to bed. Good morning, everybody. We survived the night. Taylor's first winter camp out. My third. It was a very cold night, still extremely cold. We are also in a snowstorm right now. So the views over the lake were beautiful when we first woke up, but they're pretty much disappearing. I've got some water boiling. We are gonna make a quick breakfast here, and then we're gonna get out of here.
It's true what they say that adventure is what you make of it. It doesn't always have to mean summiting a big mountain or struggling 15 miles into the wilderness to camp alone. Sometimes it just means hanging out with a friend, going on a short journey, and spending the night somewhere special. Our trek back to the trail was even more of an adventure, though. The winds picked up, the snow intensified, and we stumbled almost blindly back to the Raven Trail. But we made it, and then we walked through a snow globe all the way back to the car.
It is snowing a lot more than I was thinking that it was going to based on yesterday's weather. And we are finally out of the wind. That was really intense for a while. But now we're just in the snowstorm and we are hurrying to get back to the car.